Alright guys, so welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And luckily today, when I was out hunting for action figures out in the wild, I came across this guy right here, which I'm pretty excited for. Now he is part of the new movie that just been released, and at the time of recording this is still in theaters. So guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Optimus Prime from Transformers Rise of the Beast. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and let's bring out this box right now so we can take a look at this action figure. And here he is. Now before we take a look at the figure itself, first and always, let's take a look at the packaging. So let's go ahead and let's take a closer look at the box here. Now as you can see, he's got this big open window here with the figure unprotected, but like always my camera's acting up, so let me see if I can get the camera to focus correctly. There we go. Now you got a big picture of the figure there, and you got a picture of Optimus Prime from the movie right here on the side. Really cool, along with Optimus Prime and Transformers Rise of the Beast at the bottom. And then on the side of the box, you got Transformers. And the print behind it looks really cool. It's kind of depicting of what you can expect from the movie. Here's a continuation of that photo here, along with the Autobot symbol. Very nicely done. And on the back, you got some product shots here of the figure in both modes. It takes about 20 steps to transform him from one mode to the other. Really cool. And on the bottom of that, you got Lego Mumbo Jumbo. Another picture of Optimus Prime here on the side of the box, along with some cool design of the Autobot logo. Then here he is a Voyager class figure. On the top, you got Transformers Rise of the Beast. Bottom, some more Lego Mumbo Jumbo. So that's it right there. So guys, let's go ahead. Let's get him out of the box and let's take a look at Optimus Prime. Alright guys, so here he is out of the box. Let's go ahead and let's get a closer look at the figure himself. Hopefully my camera will stay in focus. Now as you can see, he's got a really cool head sculpt there. I like the way they did that in the chest. Now the midsection here is pretty bland. It's got lots of detail, but there is no color distincting anything separating it. It's all just one solid gray, which I wish they would have put a little bit of tone to it. Now you got the vents at the foot down here. Once again, it's done really nice, got lots of detail, but no distinguishing marks, no color added to it. I think if they would have put a little color to it, it would have made the figure pop so much better and would have gave it so much more distinction to it. But other than that, it is still a pretty cool figure. The back is done really nice as well, as you can see here. Everything goes in pretty good, except for the kibbling on the arms. Now, I'm not 100% sure because I can't remember if he had that stuff hanging in the movie or not. I'm pretty sure he didn't. But I know the other figures had it. Now, you see a little bit of splitting here on my figure. I'm not sure if that's the way they come or what, but it could be a little bit tighter. Now it is pretty much a variant of the other figure from the Bumblebee movie, but pretty cool. Now as you can see here, his head is not on a ball joint. You can pretty much look left or right. There is no up and down on it. Now with the arms, everything's a little stiff on my figure, but he can go out 90 degrees, as you can see here. And he does have 360 rotation as well. Now when it comes to the midsection, he does have kind of a twisted way of ab twisting here, and that's because of the gibbling on his chest. But you can see you can move the bottom part so far, and do the transformation, you can move the top part. Now this is cool here, the legs do go out 90 degrees to the side, and you got that little guard there that goes up with it, doesn't get caught or anything. Very nice. Now the legs do go all the way out 90 degrees towards the front. Just like I said, mine's a little stiff, and it just came separate there, which kind of a way that's part of his transformation, but you could probably use that as a bit of an ab crunch as well. Now when it comes to the legs go just slightly past 90 degrees. It doesn't look it here, but it does go past 90 degrees just a little bit, which is really cool. And he does have a thigh rotation, as you can see here. Now when it comes to the feet, he does have some tiltage, either front or back or left to right, which is pretty good, so you can actually pose him up and hopefully support himself very well. Now, as I said, you got that little bit of transformation portion right there that you could probably use as an ab crunch. Let me get him to stand. Now, he does come with, of course, his accessories, which is the Optimus Prime cannon. So let me go ahead and pull that out while I fix the camera. There we go. Now, this is the cannon that he comes with, kind of almost the same as the one from the Bumblebee movie. Very nicely done. Really cool. So let's go ahead and let's pop that into his hand. If my camera ever stay focused. Alrighty. Oh, and I completely forgot to mention the elbow articulation. As you can see here, he does go past 90 degrees on the elbow. Forgot to mention that during the articulation. And he does have a bicep rotation as well. I do apologize about that. Totally forgot about that, but there it is. Now with the hands, his hands are on a ball joint, so you do get a little bit of twist on it. Mine's a little stiff, so I gotta be careful. But it does cave, it does twist in as well. There we go, as you can see there, the twisting, but mine is really tight. I gotta be really, really careful. And I think I actually got some tension marks there on the pivot point of the hand. I don't know if the camera comes up, but you can see some white marks past the hand, closer to the ball joint, where it's so stiff that I actually twisted the plastic a little bit. But there he is, guys, in his robot mode. Now let's go ahead and let's check out his alt mode.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
We are conquerors.
No one is like us.
Only we have the right to be called by the name.
Only we have the right to wear this symbol.
Or this symbol.
Only we are Autobots and Decepticons.
Good versus evil.
And only we have the right to be called the Transformers.
The Transformers.
Only the Transformers are real Transformers, each sold separately from Hasbro. We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, so here he is in his alt mode, and let's go ahead and take a closer look at it. Now as you can see here, you got the feet hanging out in the back, which is pretty awkward. The front looks okay, like if you see it from right here, it's bland, but it's okay, not the greatest. And from the side, it looks very, very awkward. And as you can see here in the back, got these big holes right there. You got the hollowed out section of the cab. You got the feet. It's got the trailer hitch there, but it really, really doesn't work that great as they think it does. The other figure from the Bumblebee movie actually did a little bit of a better job. Now you can store the weapon right here, is actually designated for it. But still, like I said, not the greatest. It does roll. You got those hinges, those pins in the middle of the wheels that stick out like thumbs. It is what it is. It's not the greatest alt mode, but he won't be displayed in alt mode on my shelf. And guys, this is where we're gonna end the video for today. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to the Voyager class Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, is he worth getting? I'm gonna have to say no. If you have the opportunity to get a Studio Series one, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a lot better than this one, I would wait out for it. Now, me on the other hand, since the area of Houston where I live, we have seen a huge decline in Transformer figures. I haven't seen any of the studio series come out. It's been slim pickings at the Walmarts and Targets around my area. So for me picking him up, I just had to jump on him, 1, to do this video on him, and 2, probably more than likely, this will be the only Optimus Prime in my area for a long time. It's very hard for me to get my hand on Optimus Prime out in the wild. Usually I have to order him through Amazon or some other website like Big Back Toys or something like that to get me a good Optimus Prime figure. So to actually find him in the wild, and he was $34. To me, it's really not worth $34 for him. It'd be worth $34 for the studio series, but not this figure here. He's too bland in the midsection. The details on the grill in the front and his alt mode doesn't really stick out, nor does the straps on the gas tank. The feet hanging off the back like that is just, there's just a lot going on with this figure. Now, he does look good in his robot mode, which is the way I will have him on display. And if I ever get a chance to grab another one of these, because even these now are not on the shelves at my local stores, I will probably try to do some sort of washing, weather washing, to try to give it more detail and see if I can bring out some of those hidden features in the bland areas. But until then, this is what I got. Now, like I said, if you can wait out for the studio series Optimus Prime, I would suggest doing that, guys. Well, guys, once again, it comes to that point in the video where if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I put out a new video, and share these videos on all your social media platforms. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. And guys, if there's anything in particular you would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get that out there for you guys. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.